Hey guys, so I'm going to outline the important ideas from 3.2. So section 3.2 is all about sampling, and there's some good ways to sample and there's some bad ways to sample. I'm going to explain this first way and let you decide if you think it's good or bad. So, in convenience sampling, we are choosing people who are easy to reach. So, do you think that's a good idea for sampling or a bad idea for sampling? So I think it's pretty intuitive. It's a terrible idea. So if I just go through and only sample my friends at Rockbridge High School instead of an equal amount of people from every grade or what have you, that's not a good sample. It's only going to represent the people that were easiest to grab. It's not a good way to sample, but it is a way that people do it. And so when we're analyzing statistical studies, we need to think about how did they get these people in their sample? Was it a convenience sample or was it another type of sampling? So another type of sampling is voluntary response. In voluntary responses, people volunteer to call in, write in, vote online. Can you think of any other ways that you see voluntary response samples? So these ones are not good because when, say, I have an online forum and I ask a question and I say, respond on how you feel about changing the grading system in schools. And more often than not, when you ask a question, the people that are going to respond care very strongly about it one way or the other. So when we allow people to go out of their way to give us a sample, they are the ones that feel passionately about it. So we're generally going to see kind of radical ends on either end of whatever we're asking. So this is also not a good type of statistical sampling. Now, the other kind, finally get to a good one, is random samples. So in random samples, we literally use random chance to pick people. It has no bias, and the goal is to be as randomized as possible. So if I were to want to sample Rockbridge High School, an example of this would be I'm going to number students 1 to however many students there are. And if I want to sample 100 students, I'm going to do a random number generator from 1 to however many students there are. First 100 random numbers I generate, that's my sample. That would be an unbiased random sample, and that is a good way to sample because there's no bias. It's not convenient to me. It's not just the people that really care one way or the another. It is literally random, and that's good. So take notes in that important ideas from the text box or wherever you take notes, and I will see you in class.